Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm reviewing American Airlines Flight 907 from Miami to Buenos Aires, Argentina. It's a special flight on the 777-200 in business class. The reason it's a special flight because it was only available for Argentine citizens and permanent residents. Foreigners are still not allowed to enter Argentina as of now. So that is why it's a special flight. One thing to note, if you're taking one of these flights, you'll need to fill out this declaration within 48 hours of your departure. And that doesn't matter if you're entering or exiting Argentina. You'll need to fill this out. It's on the migrations website for the Argentine government, which I can leave a link for in the description. Pretty self-explanatory, just really saying where you're quarantined, if you've had any symptoms, and if you've been around anybody who's had symptoms. Here's the boarding area. They actually do run you through a temperature check and to make sure you filled out that declaration online. If you haven't, you'll need to fill it out there. And here's a look into the cabin of the 777-200 in business class. There must have been an equipment swap because, yeah, I had the rear-facing seat, which didn't show on the original seat map. And I know they can swap these out at the last minute, but this was probably my least favorite business class seat on American's 777s. And I say that from the sleeping standpoint because it's really tight in there. It was tight in there for me to sleep in. But yeah, I chose seat 9L, again, which I thought it was forward facing, but with the equipment swap at the last minute was rear facing. It's a little storage and where you can plug in your headphones or the ones provided. Sure, they have enough charging, couple USB ports, couple power ports, individual air nozzles, so you can control that above you. This can control the in-flight entertainment and a little light reading lamp there. I didn't like the position of this. This is where you can adjust the seat, but you'll see later there's another place that you can adjust the seat. And here's the literature and the magazine on the left side of your seat. But this is where you can adjust the seat. It's right up to your right side. So this, you can adjust your seat there and also adjust the suite lighting too to get those lights to go out, which is helpful when you're trying to sleep, but not too helpful because there was a big blue light that they never cut off to the left of me during the whole flight. Here's the amenity kit that comes with it, standard stuff in that. The Bang & Olufsen headphones, which they will collect probably 45 minutes before you land, which has become a theme on American. And here is the tray table there. Need a little muscle to get this one out. A little extra elbow grease to pull it out. But sturdy nonetheless. Not one where you'll be able to get out while the tray table is deployed though. Keep that in mind. And here's the flagship business menu for that flight. As you can see there. So basically, whatever main plate you choose. I chose the horseradish beef short rib, which wasn't bad, but it's all gonna come out to you all at once. So yeah, they're really, as far as the food service goes, it's all gonna be on one plate, so they're not making multiple trips to you. As you can see, there's the drink menus. Just the beverages they offer, spirits, beers, and such. And on the back, there's the wine menu that was loaded for this flight. So you have a choice of champagne, a couple white wines, a couple Merlots, and a dessert wine choice for you as well. So yeah, to start off, again, I'll kind of go back on the point that, yeah, you really have to watch the equipment swaps on these planes because, at least as far as I know, American, I'm not sure. Somebody can maybe answer this in the comments. But if you're on one of the flights or planes, 777s, I think in particular, that has a rear-facing seat or aft-facing seat, it should have like a pin hook on it and tell you that it's aft-facing, but it definitely didn't have that when I first selected the flight. But again, not the biggest deal, but if you're one who, I guess, wants a quality of sleep, I sure didn't get a great quality of sleep in this seat, because I'm 5'11", and it's very tight as far as, because it's really narrow at the front of the seat, which makes it hard to spread out and be even completely flat to really be comfortable without bending your knees. Like I said, which could be a problem in getting to sleep, which it was for me. So something to keep in mind. I do prefer the 777-300ER seats, and actually the Super Diamond seats on some of the 777-200ERs. So it's a mix as far as what you'll get on the 777-200/200ERs as far as seat quality. Can vary quite a bit. And here's the meal service. Started off, had some wine, sanitary wipes, and here's the horseradish beef there, green beans and the potato. Again, it was okay. Actually, I like the Latin meats, so they describe it, and some seasonal dessert had dulce de leche in it, so I guess you knew you were going to Argentina, and a cold piece of bread there with butter, because they're not warming things up. Here's the entertainment system. Not really going to go through that. I've done that extensively on other reviews, but just so you kind of have the idea, it's pretty much, it's the same kind of system. This TV actually, you hit the button, then it folds out, and you fold it back in when you're in order to watch it. You do have to press the button to get the screen out. So in that regard, it's similar to the 777-300ER in-flight entertainment system as far as how that's built. But yeah, the seats couldn't be further apart as far as the comfort level. The 777-300ER seats are way more comfortable and offer a lot more space as far as freedom of movement for your feet, that you can actually sleep on your stomach comfortably, on your side comfortably, really in just about any position comfortably, with a lot more room on those seats. But yeah, it's kind of what they had for new releases, for movies. There's a PA in progress. Stifled my progress looking through them, but no big deal, right? Here's that bathroom. Now, this bathroom was on the larger side. This one's on the left side of the aircraft, in between the mini cabin of business and the front cabin of business. So this would probably be the one you want to use, more space if you wanted to change into your own PJs and so forth. This one's definitely larger than the one on the right side as far as bathrooms goes. And here is the form that the airline's going to give you. So you're going to need to fill this out too. They'll give you this. You'll need to fill it out, because you'll end up handing it to a person getting off the plane there. And here was breakfast on the way down, which was just fruit and a roll, essentially, and yogurt. So, yeah, so the process as far as getting into Argentina wasn't really as bad as I expected it to be, honestly. They seem to have it ironed out pretty well as far as you filling out the declaration 2 days before you travel. I actually got a call from someone in Argentina, which was from American Airlines, trying to make sure that, or I guess to verify where I'd be spending 14 days quarantine. So I guess at least that part they're taken seriously. Probably the airlines more so than anybody else, because I'm guessing they'll get fined and if you don't fill out that information, especially the paperwork they're handing out to you to give to a staffer when you arrive in Buenos Aires. But service-wise, I felt the service, it was run-of-the-mill, nothing really special. I mean, did the meal service, and yeah, you really couldn't find a flight attendant after that. But yeah, again, it's to be expected, I guess, in these times. But I guess it's more of a situation where people are just trying to, get back to Argentina. So service-wise, wasn't a big deal. But this is what you can expect when you get off the plane. So you will run into, here's the people collecting the paperwork that you filled out on the plane for the health paperwork, the Ministry of Health that you filled out. And then you'll come up walking to a temperature control check. One thing I found interesting is that some people he flagged through. I guess maybe the thermal cameras catch some people, and some people they actually put a thermometer to their forehead. So I don't know what the rhyme or reason is there. So you'll go through that, and if you pass, then you'll go on to immigration. There's no foreigners, so you'll be going into Argentinos line there, which you can see not very crowded at all. I think probably the only flight that arrived at this time, which was nice. And then you'll just go out after that. You'll go through customs, and you've got nothing to declare, scan the bags, and out you go to the outside world. So that's the process right now for the special flights into Argentina. So I thought I'd share my experience with you and hope it helps you if you're a resident or a citizen going back. So that's really all for the process. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give it a like if you did, and I'll see you next time.